Hi, my name is Monika Paez. I'm a fitness online coach and nutritionist, and I am somebody who has suffered with anxiety since I was in elementary school. I was about 14 when it really got pretty bad. I wasn't really sure what was going on with myself. Like, I was just so scared of dying and passing out. And one of the first incidents that I had, or panic attacks that I had, was when I was getting confirmed. I just felt this need, like I needed to get out. I was so scared of passing out. So in the middle of the confirmation, my sister was actually my confirmation mother, and I just said, I gotta go. I gotta get out. I don't know. I just need to get out of here. So in the middle of it, I just walked through the church and I went outside, and I just kind of like let it pass, and then I came back inside, and I was cool, like fine for the rest of the time. And that was kind of like one of the first times. And then transitioning from middle school to high school was really tough on me, to the point that I had gotten into this high school that was very difficult to get into, and I like really wanted to, and I did everything that I could, and I finally got in. And the very first week, everything was fine. And then 9/11 happened, and it was a Catholic school. So we go outside to the grotto and we prayed, and a girl just like almost passed out because her blood sugar dropped. But young kids, young girls, this was an all-girl school. Was like, everyone was saying rumors like, oh, she's possessed by Jesus, blah blah, and that was enough to trigger something and to trigger my anxiety. And it was every time that I would go to the school, I would relate to that feeling, and that girl passing out, and that's what I thought was going to happen to me. And the school was not very helpful. I don't think they really knew about mental disorder and anxiety and panic attacks, and it wasn't as common as it is now. And it was really a struggle. Like, they looked at me like if I was a crazy person. They almost wanted to put me in a psych ward. It was really difficult. They would follow me in class. They would follow me everywhere. They would follow me to the bathroom, and that would just make me feel more trapped. And I was like always complaining and telling my parents I didn't want to go to school, and I would wake up like saying, oh, I have fever, I can't go to school. It was just like this really horrible dark moment in my life. And finally, like, I think it was like a month of this and me missing a lot of classes and trying to get leave early from school. I manipulated the situation, and I mentioned something like, oh, I just, want to kill myself. And then that was like, everybody, like, I had to be taken to the hospital for evaluation. And obviously, like, it was just me being very manipulative and trying to take hold of the situation and trying to I had no other thing that I could kind of get me out of this place. So that's the only thing that I thought, oh, I can do this and it'll work, and it backfired really bad. Thankfully, the doctor knew me and knew that I wasn't capable of any of this, and that I just blurted it out just to blurt it out. Needless to say, after that situation, I have never mentioned those words ever again. Definitely learned from that. So thankfully, we decided to move schools, and I went to another school that was very close to where I live, and thankfully they were much more accommodative to someone with a mental disorder, just like anxiety. And it just so happens that the nurse there suffered from anxiety herself, and she knew exactly what I was going through. And I think thanks to her, I was able to stay in school and finally like graduated high school 4 years later. I felt comfortable staying there. In the beginning, she kind of was like, when you feel bad, you just come to my office. Like, you don't even tell the teachers whatever, they will let you come, and you just sit here and stay with me and just let it pass. We'll talk about whatever. And gradually, like, my visits to her were less frequent until I finally didn't have to go anymore. And that really, really helped. And it was so important, and it helped me so much to have someone that supported me and knew exactly what I was going through. I mean, my parents are always super supportive, and they really didn't know what was going on. But they always knew that that I wasn't just doing it. It was something that I'm physically going through mentally, and they understood. But since they never really had to deal with it, it's different. And this nurse, this woman, she completely changed my life, and thanks to her, I am able to deal with anxiety, and I know what to do. Like, she taught me little tricks, like have a rubber band and just play with it, get your mind off it, breathe, tense your body up. Something else that she taught me was tense your muscles up and then just relax it, and it kind of gets your mind off of the anxiety or the panic attack. That was tremendous. It actually, my sophomore year, she ended up retiring, but it just so happened at a time that I didn't need her anymore. I outgrew that, and I knew how to deal with my anxiety, which is something that is important, because unfortunately, it's not something that just goes away. I am on medication. Now I'm trying to get off it. I hate taking anything, like any type of drug or anything like that, since I am a fitness coach. I just like everything natural. But unfortunately, sometimes anxiety just gets the best of me, and there's periods where I need the medication. So I've been on it for quite some time now, and I'm trying to get off it. But I think it's important to know, somebody that suffers from panic attacks and anxiety like myself, is that this isn't something that's just going to go away. And like, if you have a cut in your finger, it's just not going to heal and go away. This is something that you're going to live with. Sometimes it can get better, and sometimes it's bad. Sometimes you don't even remember that you have it. You have no episodes, you have nothing. And there's other times where it's like constant. And I think it's important to have a support system and people that are on your same boat, because although you might have family that support you and love you and they are there for you, they really don't know what it is going on physically. And I think being with other people that do is super duper important. Like I'm saying, that nurse in my high school, she completely changed my life, and thanks to her, I am able to deal with it. And I now know that it's something that I just have to live with. There were days where it was very depressing to think, oh my gosh, am I always gonna feel these feelings, have these like episodes, not feeling like I can go out to eat because I'm gonna have a panic attack. And thankfully that's diminished, and you just feel whole again. You feel human again. So I just want to help anyone out there who suffers from mental disorders, whether it be anxiety or depression, and just know that there are hundreds of women. This is actually something that I have a program. It's all about mindset and movement, and it's so important, our mental health, in order to get everything else in our body moving and working. It is so important to have our mental health right. And people don't realize that mental illness is a thing, and it's not just something that people are just, oh yeah, she's crazy. No, it's actually something that you can't really control. And it's just these feelings that your body, your mind just take over, and you feel helpless. And I'm just want to help those out there and know that I'm in the same boat, and anything and everything that you're feeling, I've been there. I go through it too, and we're here to support each other, and that you're not alone. And together we can fight this. And you always have to go back to the strength within. You are strong enough. You are tough enough. This will not win over you. You will win it. Anxiety will not beat it. Will not beat you. You will beat your anxiety. You will beat your depression. It is not a part of you. It is just something that we have to deal with, like anyone who might have diabetes or high blood pressure. It's just something that we have to deal with, and we're stronger than it. We're definitely stronger. So that's my story, and if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me in any way possible. I am 33 years old, and I have had anxiety since I was 14. So thank you so much for watching my story, and I hope that it encourages you and lets you know that you're not alone, and you can fight this, and together we can get through this.